Hello everyone. I hope you're having a good morning or night so far. I hope today is a little bit more relaxing for you as well. And if it hasn't been, hopefully watching this video will relax you a little bit more. Personally, I've had kind of a stressful morning, so I thought actually it was a good idea to make a video and relax a little bit and just take things slow. So let's take a look at some of the flowers we have. You will probably see that video before this, but I wanted to make a flower shop role play. I also just received a bunch of flowers recently because it was a Valentine's gift from my husband, and we had a baby shower, so we had a bunch of flowers that just kind of ended up being at my house. I actually have 2 more vases in my bedroom, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to attempt drawing them, each of the flowers and the intricate shapes that they have. I will tell you this as a warning, I am not an artist and I used to draw when I was a kid, like cartoon stuff, but I just don't draw anymore. But I think it's still great. That's one thing I've always wanted to pick up again as a hobby in the future. So yeah, there's a lot of different flowers in front of me, and I'm not an expert on each of the different flowers, but I think we can get to know them together by drawing them. And yeah, so comment down below if you're a florist, or if you have a lot of knowledge with flowers, you could probably help me out a little bit more. Alright, so let me start with this pink vase that's actually right in front of me, and I'll put these aside for now. So this one right here has a couple different flowers. This one I actually got for my husband earlier last week. I need to give it a little bit more water, but let me take this out of the vase. And it has my favorite flower, baby's breath, right here, and some roses. These luckily don't have those crazy thorns. It has this pink flower, another rose, very vibrant, hot pink, kind of more of a Barbie pink. And then we have these blossom flowers here as well. And then these daisies. So we have a couple different types of flowers, and I have my notebook here with me that I'm gonna start drawing as much as I can. I just want to let you know I'm not an artist, but I will try my best. So let's start off with my first flower. This is the baby's breath. And the characteristic of a baby's breath is they have white, tiny little ruffles essentially, and they kind of cluster all over. What I love about baby's breath is that they actually, at least in my opinion, they do not die as quickly as other flowers. It may be because of how thin their stem is, and maybe they just require less water, but I've seen a lot of people even dry up baby's breath and keep them for as long as even a year. So these are one of those flowers that if you take really good care of them, they will stay for a long time. So let me draw the baby's breath. Actually, a funny story is that when I was in high school, I really loved baby's breath so much, so I would draw them essentially everywhere. Like on my notebook or agenda. And they're super easy to draw, I would say, because they're just so easy the way they're shaped. Alright, so this is my attempt on a baby's breath. Okay, definitely not exactly alike, but hey, I tried. Again, I just told you I'm not an artist. I'm going to try my best here. So that's my first drawing. Alright, next one, let's draw a rose. So this is a fuchsia or hot pink, however you want to call it, rose. I'm just going to pop that right here just so I can see how it looks like. Alright, so with the rose, it starts off with like a very long stem, quite thick actually, with most roses. And they have those little tiny thorns that come out. And then a rose has a huge kind of curled up bud. I think I've already failed. It looks like a huge pancake or lollipop. So I should have estimated a little bit closer to how it would look like, but I'm so sorry. The bud looks way too big compared to the stem. So hey, this just shows not everyone's perfect, and this is just what it looks like. I'm going to use the back of this paper so I can use it for this next flower. These are purple daisies, kind of more in the lavender shade. Hopefully this one's a little bit easier to draw. So these have even thicker stems actually. I mean, the iconic daisies have the tiny circular bud in the middle. They're kind of like sun rays to me. A little bit better, but I think it needs to be a little bit more full for it to look like daisy buds. Okay. Okay, so again, please do not judge me. I'm kidding, you can definitely judge me. Okay, so this is my interpretation of the daisy. I tried my best. Don't look too close, it looks a little horrific, but hey, from far away, not too bad, right? Okay, so moving on to our next flower. Let's take a look at this flower right here. This is a pink, light baby pink flower that has a lot of ruffles in the middle. These are always so pretty. These kind of remind me of like a tutu, what I used to wear when I was a kid. So, a little tutu flower right here. Just pop this in here. So the interesting shape actually about this is that each of the petals have a little bit of a fray detailing. And the stem of this is pretty thin, so we'll start with the long stem. It has pretty thick bud. And just like what I said about the layers, I think these are one of those flowers that just needs a lot of layers. Okay, and then let me just get a little bit of detailing at the far end. Okay, so this is my attempt at this flower. Kind of got the shape right. I don't know, it just looks like squiggles to be honest, but pretty close. Alright, moving on, let's do this one. This is magnificent in my opinion. The colors orange, hot pink, peach. This kind of reminds me of like a Hawaiian flower. So, and the leaves here, this one has very big leaves. They kind of poke out and they curl. And they curl all over the overall flower. So let me pop this in here. And then start attempting to draw it. The leaves kind of have a little bit of that wave curl rather than a straight stem. So that's what I want to emulate. And then kind of want to emulate what sticks out in the middle as well. The little tiny little stems. Okay, this is my attempt on drawing this. Not too bad. I think I've maybe drawn a little bit more lines than what's needed, but kind of still emulates the overall shape. And then last but not least, I do only have about 2 minutes left on my camera, so I'm going to finish off with this one right here. These are tiny little roses, but these are kind of dying a little bit, which is sad, but if I add them in the water, they will be fine. So, kind of completes the entire bouquet that we had earlier. I'll finish off with drawing these tiny little roses. So this is my attempt on drawing mini roses. Yeah, see the little bud here? And then the overall shape that kind of lifts all the way up, and the little thorns along the stems. Alright, so I was hoping to get to the other flowers as well. If I have more storage, and once I clear my storage, I will make a second part 2 video. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you get a little bit more relaxed after, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.